told me the other day he thought the fight could do $5 million. You hear him now talking about these massive gates. Does it concern you Wilder is taking such a difficult fight for him against a guy, a big puncher like Luis Ortiz?
No, it doesn't concern me. Luis Ortiz, like I've said before, is 147 years old. So Wilder should knock him out quicker than he did last time. I believe Wilder will get him out of there in a couple of rounds. Catch him early and he's gone. He's got no legs underneath the guy. Like I said, he's 147 years old. It was a clash of styles before. First time probably fought a southpaw who was experienced. So I think he'll get him out of there quite quick. I'm not concerned, but even if the worst does happen, Wilder gets chinned in a round, and when every door closes, another one opens. So what's meant to be will be. We can't alter what's going to happen in the future. We have no control on it. So I only can control myself and do what I've got to do, my end of the deal. And I look to do that in October the 5th or September 21st, whichever one we go in. And I can only do what I can do as a fighter to prevent it happening to me.
Those are the words of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. He says that Luis Ortiz is 147 years old. He has no legs up under him. The first time was an experience factor because Deontay hasn't been in with anyone that's skilled, even though he was 5 years old, or 146 years old, right? According to Tyson Fury. But he says if the worst comes to worst, if one door closes, another door opens. So he's not really concerned with that. All he can do is work on him. He thinks Deontay Wilder will get him out in 2 rounds because of the age of Ortiz. Now, that I don't dispute that. I don't argue that. I just hope that doesn't happen. I hope the worst happens for Deontay Wilder. Why? Because one thing about taking cherries, one thing about picking an easy fight, because this is an easy fight for him because he's already been in with Ortiz. Ortiz has been rumored to be older anyway. So if you know he's been rumored to be older and he hasn't fought anyone else that's credible, what do you have to worry about, honestly? I'm an Ortiz fan. That's why I wish the best for him. He's trained hard. He's put in the work. He's got a strength and conditioning coach that pushed him to the limit. But what limit really did they push him to? The limit of his age? The limit of a 40-year-old? That's the question you ask yourself. Is he in better shape than he was in the first fight? We won't know that until the 23rd of November. So a lot of factors go into this. If this guy, we don't know how old he was, and Deontay himself jokes about Ortiz's age. So for him to joke about Ortiz's age, that should tell you right then he doubts that he is a young fighter. Maybe he's a lot older than he claims to be. If that's the case, that's an obvious disadvantage. However, I hope this is a situation like George Foreman, Michael Moore, okay? And it would be epic for boxing because it makes boxing the sport that I love, that I hate so much, okay? Because it's like a coin. You hate one side of that coin, but you love the one side of the other coin, the same coin, right? So if that happened, that would change boxing. That would humble Deontay Wilder. Then we can see how he can make a comeback like other fighters have failed this year alone. Okay, so, Tyson Fury's not really worried about Deontay Wilder. That was his breakdown. He thinks he's going to get Ortiz out there in 2 rounds. We will see on November 23rd. Okay. One thing that does stick out, if Ortiz, like Tyson Fury states, if Ortiz beats Deontay Wilder, it's funny, Ortiz being 147 years old, you don't hear Tyson Fury calling out Ortiz, does he? So that's, I guess, Tyson Fury's way of discrediting Ortiz to avoid a fight with Ortiz. And then that is a fight that no one really talks about. We talk about Ortiz and Joshua. We talk about a possible Ortiz and Ruiz. But we don't talk about Ortiz, Tyson Fury, So Tyson Fury's already discredited and dismissed that idea for him being 147 years old. I thought that was funny and worth mentioning. You guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury's predictions. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.